Your town, USA. Joe Worker, that's the name for a lot of us these days. About 50 million, roughly speaking. 50 million who think alike on one main idea. And that is more materials than ever before, faster than ever before, for a job that's bigger than we've ever tackled before. We have a lot of high-speed tools to help us do that job. Portable power tools, for example, that come in 100 shapes for 1,000 uses. Grinders that smooth and clean. Electric drills, light, compact, and easy to use. Nut runners, many times faster than a hand wrench. Screwdrivers that do the work of 7 hand drivers. Electric saws, 10 times faster than hand saws. Chippers that clean metal to fighting trim in the space of seconds. Rivet guns, the machine guns of industry. These are the tools that are helping America solve the biggest production problem in all its history in the course of his everyday job. But because they are possessed of such power, Joe knows there are certain things he must do for safety's sake. He wears goggles to protect his eyes from flying particles. He knows all about that ounce of prevention being worth that pound of cure. That is, he thought he did until one day Joe answers a rush call. This clamp would be missing just when he got a rush job. Oh, well, it won't do any harm just this once, he thinks. And he'll have a new clamp put on later.
Hello, Charlie.
How do you feel?
Not too bad, I guess.
That was quite a jolt you took, wasn't it?
Yes, I'm lucky to be here.
Joe Worker, shake hands with Bill Martin and Ray Thompson.
Oh, glad to know you, Bill.
I'm pleased to know you.
How are you, Ray?
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Have a seat, Joe.
Oh, thanks, Charlie.
The boys are new here, and I was just telling them a little about the right way to handle power tools. Hey, while you're here, maybe you'd give them a few pointers.
Oh, I rather doubt that, Charlie. You see, I thought I was up on all these pointers, and look what I got.
And that's just what I was telling them when you came in. You see, Lady Luck won't ride on your shoulder all the time. Every once in a while, somebody forgets, and something goes wrong, and somebody gets hurt.
That's right, too.
Portable tools save us all a lot of work, help us to get the stuff out quicker. But they are power tools, and that's precautions. Now take the electric drill, like the one you were using, Joe. Because they're the most widely used, they cause the most accidents. The first rule in using them is, always wear goggles. When the drill revolves, there are slivers and hot chips coming at you fast enough to put out your eye. Just 2 hardened glass lenses. But they're enough to keep you from tapping a sidewalk with a white cane for the rest of your life. But flying chips aren't the only hazard. Putting your hand near the drill bit is another. And you can't go back to the tool crib for an extra finger. If you must get your hand down close to the point, see that your drill is equipped with a protective sleeve. Then keep your hand on the protective sleeve, not on the bit. When working with movable parts or stock, there's another must to remember. Keep your work clamped securely at all times. If you don't heed this simple precaution, the first thing you know, something slips. And there you are in the first aid room with a hand that's going to lay you up for a while.
That's right, Charlie. And the bit can whip around and trouble, too.
Now, whipping is a real hazard, and yet it's simple enough to prevent. Be sure that the bit is straight and that it's securely fastened in the chuck. Then, when you start drilling, don't force it. It's clear enough on paper. Here, let me show you. Feed the drill into the work evenly. It's bound to do the job right. But, on the other hand, if you start the bit in crooked, at an angle, and then try to correct it while the bit is cutting into the work, one of 2 things may happen. The bit may break, and that means time and equipment lost. Or the drill may begin whipping out of control. And when that happens, watch out. Joe, you remember what happened to Harry Ferguson. He was up drilling a steel beam and made the mistake of forcing his drill. It would have killed an ordinary man. He's been 4 months in a plaster cast, and he'll be laid up for 4 more. You see, men, accidents like that don't have to happen. They can be prevented if the drill is handled with a few necessary precautions.
You can't just pick them up and run them. And what you say about drills goes for a lot of other power tools.
You're very right, Joe. Take a grinder, for example. The first rule is grip it firmly, and you'll save a lot of wear and tear on yourself and the wheel. Remember, that wheel turns at terrific speed, maybe 6,000 times a minute, and that means caution. A straight wheel is for grinding only with its outer edge, never with the side. Keep that wheel away from your hands, legs, or other parts of the body, and see that eyes are protected from flying particles. Only a saucer-shaped wheel, like this one, is built to stand the strain of side pressure, and it's the only kind you should use for work like this. Remember, the right wheel for each job, and you'll eliminate one of the main causes of grinder accidents. There's an art to mounting a wheel, too. Use flanges of the correct size and see that they are properly tightened down. Never run a wheel faster than its rated speed, as shown by the code marking on the label. These are important points in handling a grinder. When you've finished a job, put the grinder away in a safe place, because if something strikes it, it may crack the wheel. Here, take a look at this. Yes. Maybe that crack would be so tiny you'd never notice it. But the next time that wheel starts spinning, it may break and fly 40 ways. You see, it's the same with grinders as it is with drills. You've got to exercise skill and common sense.
That's easy to understand, Mr. Adams.
It's the same with all power tools. Electric saws, for instance, are usually equipped with a protective guard to keep hands away from the cutting edge. But you've still got to remember to keep away from the line of the cut. Don't let anything strike it. And don't force it into the work. Like most electric tools, this saw has a trigger-type switch. While you're pressing it, the power is on. Release it, and the power shuts off. Remember, too, that the saw still spins after you shut it off, so don't drop it down against your leg. Don't make the mistake of holding the work in your hand. Secure all movable pieces. You'll need both hands for the saw, so don't lose one of them in the saw. With electric power tools, in addition to operating hazards, there's the ever-present danger of shock. Which brings us up to your accident, Joe. What was the trouble?
Bonehead trouble, Charlie. I thought to myself, just this once I can get by without using a ground clamp. I'm lucky to be here.
Yes, you are lucky, Joe. The records show that a lot of people are killed just that way. Somehow, in spite of all the precautions you take, the shell of the tool becomes energized. The worker touches some grounded object and socko.
Mr. Adams, what can a fella do about it?
You've got to ground the tool. And how to do that? Well, Joe was using a 3-wire cord. That third wire is fastened to the frame of the tool to carry off any dangerous currents. But it must be fastened by a clamp to the nearest conductor to the ground. And it must be fastened before the cord is plugged in. When that clamp is in place, the tool is electrically safe. Some plants are equipped with 3-prong outlets and matching plugs. Here, the ground is automatic. Just plug it in, and there you are. A portable power tool may be damaged by neglect or rough handling. A good mechanic knows this and treats it as he would any other delicate mechanism. When he is finished using it, he rolls up the cord and puts it away carefully. Carry a tool by its handle, never by its cord. That might fray the connection. If a cord becomes damaged, it should be repaired at once. But don't you be a Mr. Fix-It. Never do a patch-up job yourself. Turn it into the department that's responsible for repairs. You don't take chances with electricity, if you're smart. These are the 10 commandments from the National Safety Council for handling portable electric tools. First, keep tools in good condition, cleaned, oiled, and repaired. Second, use an extra wire to ground the tool casing if one has not been built in. Third, use only approved and inspected extension cord. Fourth, always examine both cord and connections carefully. Fifth, never hang an extension cord over sharp edges or allow it to become kinked or leave it where a truck may run over it. Sixth, protect the cord against contact with oil, hot surfaces, and chemicals. Seventh, don't patch cord with tape. Shorten the cord or get a new one. Eighth, always wear goggles. Ninth, do not use a portable electric tool in the presence of flammable vapors or gases. And 10th, store extension cord in a clean, dry place where it can lie loosely coiled. And I might tack on an 11th for you, Joel. Always be sure the tool is grounded before you plug it in.
Don't you worry about me, Charlie. From now on, I'm going to be a groundhog.
Good. Well, men, that gives you an idea of some of the safe practices you must use when handling portable power tools. Your foreman will give you more detailed instructions. I'll be seeing you again, and I hope you'll be happy with us.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. This is really giving us a good start.
Charlie, do you mind if I add a point to what you've just said to these boys?
Of course not, Joel. Go right ahead.
Boys, the company's doing everything possible to prevent accidents in the plant. But it's up to every one of us to look after our own safety. I'm not the first who's found that it doesn't pay to take that single chance. So when we're using portable power tools, we must handle them skillfully and carefully for safety's sake.